Really interesting. So for you, how did you start this company? How did like you come to be like, from nothing to something? I guess explain that to me. I'm just so curious how you developed this and how you got to this point of where you're at now.
So obviously from numerous injuries, ankle injuries, and just getting sick and tired of actually wearing the normal braces and having a swollen ankle, excuse me, and then
Mhm.
putting on a brace that fits inside the shoe and then putting the shoe over it. And then that discomfort is just insane. So this friend of mine in Amsterdam, they then, well, they had funding and then they basically went to the task of testing it and prototyping it and developing it and just really going to town with all the different tests and stuff. Yeah. And then when they got together and said they found one and it works, they've tested it, they tried it on athletes and it was successful. So
Wow.
Seeing that little video of the guy running and stepping on a curb and the ankle not failing at all and the shoe actually holding in place, I was in. I was like, yeah, let's do this. It's only one way now. Yeah.
Yeah. What was the point that actually made you decide, like, I need to make a product that does this, that helps and works? Like, what was the point where, like, oh man, like I need something to help me with that? Like, what did that for you?
Whew. Tough.
It's a deep question.
That's a very deep question. I think it was more the case of just finding the right fit and knowing that you'll be protected. Because as an athlete, confidence is quite a big thing. So if you get injured and you put on a brace that doesn't really feel secure, you're not going to give 110% that's required from a coach. But as soon as you put on this brace and you can feel that, oh my gosh, my ankle is actually held together with a seatbelt. And that was the point. As soon as I put on this brace the first time, I was like, I get it. This is here's the game changer. And then it just took off from there. And another thing is I had no other ways or means to make money because immigration said, you have to stay in your lane. And field hockey in the USA is only seasonal. So it's 3 months out of a year that they play field hockey, which I can make money. But what happens with the other months?
Right. Then you're screwed on that one.
And this is the game changing where it came from. And the first brace was a big deal.
Yeah. Was there a point, like, did an accident happen that made you decide, okay, this is a product that I want to sell? Or is it just like you just had a bright idea about it?
I had an accident happen. I played.
I figured.
I played Premier League cricket in South Africa, and I was running around the boundary to stop a ball. And for some odd reason, my brain said, "Oh no, just kick the ball towards your teammate." And I'm on a full-on sprint. And instead of kicking it, I stepped on the ball and snapped every single ligament in my left ankle. It sounded like bubble wrap down the side over here. And
oh my God.
Took a wipeout in front of the grandstand. I was laughing because I was in shock. And the first thing came out of my mouth was, "Someone please send me the video of that because it looked epic."
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And
That's
that was
intense.
it. Yeah. That was the worst sprain ever. Yeah.
Really? And were you not able to play after that? Is that what
I was out. Yeah, I couldn't play at all. Like my toes were hanging at the bottom. There was nothing basically attached. Yeah, it was rough.
Wow.
But I felt no pain. Went to a physical therapist. She scared me a little bit though, because she said that we're going to have to try and keep you out of the operating theater to reattach ligaments. That was the Sunday. The Monday I saw her. The Wednesday she said we'll find out, but she's just strapped it. And luckily, when you're fit and you're moving and blood flowing, the Wednesday I went through. She did her tests and she said, "Whew, okay, you're lucky. We're not going to go. You're not going to go under the knife for this one." And literally 4 weeks later, I was back to 100% sprint.
Wow, that's interesting. And did you use that product, or you just decided to use that product when you recovered?
This came afterwards. If I had this, I would never have done that.
Just so you guys, so people who are listening to this episode, he's holding up the product in his hand. So if you're wondering, if people who are listening, he's holding the product in his hand, which looks like an ankle bracelet. Just so everyone knows.
Yeah, it's a lot of people do say that, like, "Are you under house arrest?" I'm like, "There's nothing electronic about this."
Yeah. That's very interesting. I always find interesting that, is it only for hockey or is it really for any sport, right?